I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. And for me, I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I can do, yeah, you will learn something new. And for me, I can be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I can do, yeah, you will learn something new. And for me, I can be who I am. And if you want it to be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good love for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head.
I blame you for all the hurt and all the pain, all the sunshine and the rain.
Right then, everybody, welcome back then for the over 28s for round 6 then here in Hungary, and we have the 16 minutes of qualifying. We're going to jump straight into qualifying here today with 19 drivers on the board. It's my first commentary back since Monday, actually, so I've not done one all week. Obviously Valentine's Day on the Wednesday, so I didn't do HDL, but next week we'll be back in the full swing of it. In the chat, JMet, yes, now how are we? In the chat, not familiar with this league. It is, to be fair, mate, it's a very, very good league, so I would very much recommend you watching a bit of this here tonight, and happy Friday to you too. But 15 minutes of qualifying left on the board then. Obviously Ashbarker Mazanator is my hero, and we also do not have obviously the league owner here today because of him going out to Bahrain for pre-season testing. But in the chat, I did miss you with me. I'm really sorry. You know what? That is just my luck. It really is just my luck. But sadly, gone and missed that. Hopefully you can crack another one out of the bag next race. That'll be quite good. Anyway, let's get sharing this stream. Let's get these stream viewers up already. James Stewart out of the session here in qualifying, who was up at the top at the minute. So we get the your lap data up for you. It's back here in Hungary. I think I did this a few weeks ago. I don't remember what league for, but Hungary is definitely a very fun track, and I'm in the pub watching your stream. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Commitment, it is, mate. What did we see in the chat earlier on? It was where is it? It's dry quali, dry race. Not bad at all then. If we don't get any safety cars, it will be a very quick night here today for the over 28s on the Friday night then, and 14 minutes left, 19 drivers. It's going to be hopefully not a bad race yet. Last week was Baku out with the obviously I can't remember my words out, with the sprint race last weekend around, and oh my god, that was carnage. But now we see Mezzanator over the line. Then the quickest time of today, and the second time of today is 1 minute 16.7 to provisional pole then, with Rooster in second with 1 minute 17 flat. Giles in third then, 1 minute 19.4. Not bad then on times at the minute, but we'll go down the grid and see if there's any more times being correct onto the board. So far, Dark's on a flying lap. Dual Q then on a lap as well. Gazelle Roadkill on his way around the final corner in that Williams car and up towards the line here in Hungary. Will it be a good lap? Then the fourth time of this weekend, and it's a P3, 1 minute 17.3 for the Williams driver. That's not too bad of an effort at all. But Jukut is quickest in the first sector. Who's the one to watch, Jack? I would say Mesinator. Where is he? I can't find him on the thing. Ash Barker is definitely one to watch as well. Peninsula was usually quite quick. There's a few in here, to be fair. I mean, it's filled with a lot of very clean drivers, so it's kind of anyone to take most weekends. So it's quite a nice one. Like, who is the JMet of over 28? To be fair, I don't really have a JMet of over 28. I've not really thought about that, but I think the one person that I go for is in support over a lot of people would be Ash Barker, to be fair. So if you want to look at it like a JMet of the over 28s, I'd say Ash. But 12 minutes then of qualifying, and Mesinator, Jewel Coot, Rooster, Gazelle, Brawn, Dark, Giles, then Peninsula, P8, even with a 1 minute 19.5, is at the back in P8 in the moment. Junior in the chat, I wish I was racing. I love the hell out of Hungary. To be fair, mate, obviously I don't do much racing, but I do love Hungary. It is very fun to race on. So I can agree with you there. But then Schultz up towards the line. It will be a P6, 1 minute 17.3. Got my first league race points today. Well done, mate. I can remember my first league race points. I was absolutely buzzing. P7 at Spain. Yeah, I can remember mine. Mine was, I just about scraped P10 at Japan. Fair enough, mate. I've been in a good mood today because I don't know if any of you heard of it, but I got my Panda Buy parcel delivered through the post after about 3 weeks. So hooray! You've been told by Mrs. J-Met for watching race on date night. Oh god, don't want to get you in the doghouse, mate. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Let's have a look what is going on around then. Ash Barker up towards the line. Ash on provisional pole then. 1 minute 16.1, 6 tenths quicker than second place. And that is a time we've been looking for then here in qualifying. Up to the top of the board then at this moment in time. I'll catch you through the week and watch this back. See you Wednesday, brother. Yeah, I'll see you then, mate. See you Wednesday. And have a good night. I can set a 15.9 easy. I'd love to see you here today, mate. That'd be really good. Where is Oh, of course, your dad's not racing, is he? Or is he? Am I just not seeing it? So look. No, he's not. He's out tonight. If only he was over 28, mate. If only. Nine minutes then left of qualifying. Ash Barker up at the top of the board so far. Gunner's second. Brawn in third. Mesinator, Julkoot on outlaps even, and then Corey in the pit lane. Gazelle on a lap, but is down on a lot of time. Rooster in the pit lane. Dark on a lap. He improved it on the last lap around by 6 tenths of a second. Schultz down, coming out of the pit lane now. Peninsula just starting a lap. Jeffinault up by 1.5 seconds and across the line here in Hungary. Takes him to P8 then, 1.7 across the line. Not a bad time at all. Dark is down on time by a lot there. Peninsula improved by 8 tenths on the last lap around, and Giles is down by 2 tenths. Anyways, needs to continue engineering, boys. See you later. Just sit a bit, mate. So there is 4 drivers, no times on the board then at the moment. The rest of the pack with times on the board. Obviously, Dual Cute going slowly at the moment, letting people through. And let's have a look what's going on. Is Jeffy not on the lap? I'm not too sure. Right, everyone here, get sharing the stream. I'd love to see a few more people in here if you can, and obviously still out here for qualifying at the moment. Now 7 minutes left on the clock, and it's still dry conditions, but it is looking a bit dark and gloomy out there on track at the moment. As Dual Q and Mezzinator goes round, then it gets hit from behind, and it's Schultz and Mezzinator who crash, and then the McLaren can't avoid it going around there. It's a big, big crash here in qualifying. Mezzinator, Schultz, and the... is it the leg? It is the leg. All involved in that crash there with 7 minutes left of qualifying. As Jeffinault up by 2 tenths. His teammate just went into the barriers, but he flies past him, says goodbye, and carries on to try and put a good lap on the board here today. 1 minute 17 flat for the Jeffinault as he heads around to the right hand side now and head over the second sector line to put in a very fine margin improvement just there to the right hand side. Now up towards this loop here, and then the final 2 corners of this Hungary track. And Jeffinault goes into the pit lane, even though he was up on time just by a little tiny bit. Corey improving, but with a bit of an invalidation just there, so it won't actually count. As Kieran starts a flying lap, and Giles down on time. Couple of Mr. Kipling Angel Slices, peak racing driver food. I completely agree, mate. Absolutely brilliant food. That is banging, that. Clearly working for you. Sat on provisional pole at the moment. Jack, I've seen you do some team sport indoor karting. I'd send you out in proper racing car one day. To be fair, mate, honestly, I've done team sport, but I much prefer outdoor. Oh, I love it. It is so good. It's just money, isn't it? Costs a lot. But I think my cousins used to do it, so I used to be able to go out in that quite a lot. But I've been going team sport recently. But yeah, I much prefer going outdoor. I went to PFI once, and did a arrive and drive thing. That was local. Hello, Schultz. Good to see you in the chat. With only a few minutes of qualifying left on the board, then here for the over 28s and 19 drivers, but we've lost one. Oh, PFI is my local. Nice one. Got event near you. I'll send you out in a 30 brake horsepower road tax. Oh my god. The outdoor karting is so much fun. It really is. speaking of karting, I'm going team sport on next Friday as well. But I was thinking about going PFI again, but it's not for like arrive and drive and stuff. It's not open till like May or something like that. So. Oh, but having PFI as your local is such a good, like, that's a right perk, that is. Right, the Cats, is someone around? It is Peninsula gone round on the track at the moment then. Dark is out of the session then here in qualifying, and the leg out on a flying lap now. There's only a few minutes of qualifying left. The time is starting to tick down and the drivers are starting to come out of the pit lane then to try and put some laps on the board here today then. It is time to see the final few laps be punched into the timing tables then, and as we look, is there any times actually being put on the board? And then the Cat then. Let's have a quick look. The Cat he's on a flying lap, he should be. Here today, the final few times being punched in on the board then, and Gunners is improving on time by a tiny little amount, and he heads around the final corner then. Here today, Gunners up towards the line and across the line. It is 2/10 improvement, and P4 then for Gunners, 1 minute 16.4 on that time around. Yeah, but Ash, if you're still there, I'd absolutely love to take you up on that offer. That'd be really cool. The Cat then, who improving by 5/10 there, but he has to slow down. But Ash Barker on a flying lap, and soon to go out and do a quick one. Hopefully go quicker than he's already done. Can he go ahead and do that? We will just have to see. And you know what? We will take you through a lap of Mr. Ash Barker 17 as he heads across the line. And to start his flying lap here today, the Cat disqualified from the session for parking in a dangerous location. He is out. And now it is Ash's time to punch in a brilliant lap here today. Trying to shock the world. 1 minute 16.1. It's a 1/10 improvement. 1/10 quicker, I mean, from Corey Clover here in qualifying. The Jeffinaut then, 1 minute 16 flat. A 10th quicker than Ash on that time around for his lap at the end of qualifying here today. Corey is finished in P3, Rooster P7, the leg P13, Peninsula 14, and Sanders down in 18. But Ash Barker pushing on this lap. He's gone through the first sector, heading towards the end of the second sector pretty soon. Now to the left-hand side then, throwing the car into the right and down towards the end of sector 2. He invalidates at the end. It was up by 5/10 as well. Ash was going to be breaking into the 115s. But it's not possible for him on that time around. As at the end of qualifying for that. Giles at the end of qualifying then to 1 minute 16 flat. And just marginally quicker than Jeffinaut. Up to the top of the board then. Giles to take provisional pole for now. Is that the end of it? Yes, it is. It is VRL Giles to take pole position then here in Hungary. That's really unfortunate for you, Ash. Could have been on provisional pole there, mate. What's the event near me anyway? What track we talking about? Right, everybody, finishing results for qualifying. It is Giles who takes pole at the very end of the session. Then from Jeffinaut, then from it is Mr. Ash Barker at the end of that lap. Then Corey Clover 4. It is Dark in 5. And then Gunnar 6, Corrigan 7, Braun 8, Rooster 9, and Mesonator 10. Yeah, Ash, I was just on about what's the event near me then? Oh, Wilton Mill. Oh, I've not been Wilton Mill. I've had a lot of people recommend it to me, but I've not been before. The karting's alright. It's just very expensive. You know what I mean? For something, if you want to do it all the time, it's just costs a lot of money. Plus, it doesn't really help me because I'm a big stocky rugby lad. So, but I still try and go as quick as I can. Ooh, Karoon's Karting Carnival. That'll be good, mate. Stop distracting me, I've got driving to do. Oh, nice one, mate. Have a good one for this race. I think we got a 5 minute break, haven't we? Yeah, never mind. We got it. It starts at 9:10. I want to get myself a quick drink, and I will be back just before the Grand Prix gets underway.
I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good love for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my
I blame you for all the hurt and all the pain, all the sunshine and the rain. This feeling that I know you're giving me, no lies, you're loving me, hugging me, touching me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Da, 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 da.
Right then, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I am back, and the Grand Prix is just up next. Right, everybody. Formation lap to get away with the racing here today. Right then. Here for Hungary, and 35 laps of racing ahead of us. It is Giles to lead them away when we get racing here today. And soon to join up and get this race underway. Hello Drew, it's good to see you. Right then, 35 laps ahead of us, Corrigan, who is disqualified as they line up on the grid, but Giles, who took pole at the very end of qualifying, will lead them away at the start of this Grand Prix as the lights get ready to go out just in time. Yes, you are, just about. And as the last driver, the Cat, joins up on the grid, there's 19 drivers awaiting the lights then. Here in Hungary, it's 5 lights. The lights go out, and it is lights out, and away we go then here in Hungary for the 6th round of the over 28s, and Giles with a stonking start then here down into turn 1 in Hungary, and he got away from them quite well. It's 3 abreast into turn 1 then, with Dark and Ash Barker and Corey Clover all going at it, and you see a bit iffy on the exit there from the Haas of Dark, but carrying on, it's Corey Clover who gets up to P3. Gunners P4, then Dark now going up to P5, and he's got the pressure from behind of Ash Barker as well, who's dropped down quite a lot of positions on the race start. Can he try and make his way back up? That is not great for him, as Schultz now trying to get through past Rooster. Rooster on the inside at the moment. Schultz on the back foot, but he gets pushed off wide, and then he gets the inside line into this corner, and that works out for him quite well there, but then he lets Rooster back through. Up to P10, there you go. Lap 1 out of 35, Giles got the start mastered and still leading the Grand Prix then from Jethanaut, Corey Clover, Gunners, Dark Deck, Corrigan, Ash Barker, Mazinator, Braun, Rooster, Charles. And is there any close battles going on? Not really at the start of this Grand Prix, but like I mentioned, Giles got the start absolutely brilliantly executed just there. The Cat then dropping back 2 positions at the start of this Grand Prix just there, as Giles goes quickest out of everybody on the softs then with 1 minute 24.0, and we're on the 2nd lap out of 35. Sanders, the Cat, into the pit lane at the start. They must have encountered a bit of contact at the start of this Grand Prix then. And pushing on then. Gunners on the backside of Corey Clover. Can he try and gain up to him? He's gone quickest in the first sector, which is not too bad for Gunners then if he wants to try and make his way up to the more higher spots on the leaderboard here today. So only the 2nd lap, remember, and we did get a bit of intel earlier saying that it's going to be dry throughout the whole race. So we'll just have to see how that pans out in the long run here today. We haven't had a safety car just yet. Hopefully I don't jinx it. And Corrigan and Ash Barker having a bit of a scrap there as well, and these two having a right little battle at the moment. It is Ash now P7 as we will bring up the position changes. Ash has dropped down by 4 positions at the start of this Grand Prix. Giles quicker once again. Yellow flags are out. Somebody's round at the back then. It is, who is it? Mazinator, I think. Yeah, Mazinator's coming back onto the track just there. Down below then Ash Barker overtaking Corrigan. Up there and up to P6. Now only 3 positions he's lost in today's Grand Prix and in pursuit of the driver ahead of him, which is Dark Deg. Oh, Drew, you're excited for Team Sport on Friday, mate? Oh, Mazinator looking at the Ribbon Peninsula there, trying to go around the outside. Oh, somebody going off wide there. It is Ash Barker. What is he doing? Letting everybody through in today's race. Oh, nearly taking them out there, coming back onto the track. And Ash in a P16 and is he trying to take people out? Oh my God. Nearly taking out Kieran there. And he drops down to the back of the grid then here today. Giles continues on, leading the Grand Prix then with Jeffinault closely following behind. Braun and Corrigan going side by side into turn one. Corrigan with a switchback then underneath him. And now trying to get a better exit out of here. We should try and bring it to the outside of this corner, but he's a bit too far back on Braun. And Braun stays ahead to P6, then Corrigan in P7. So Giles did get the start mastered then, and today it would be quite nice for a bit of a Giles win in this league for the 6th round of. I have no idea how many actually. We'll take a quick look how many rounds of this season. So for the over 28s this season around, it is where's the calendar? It is 22 rounds, and we end off the season with the Canada sprint on the 7th of June. Which should be quite nice to see. And I don't think I've ever got Garrison on this league, but I could see if I can get Garrison to try and join us with that, because he's Canadian. And for any of you that doesn't know him, he's my my little commentating buddy that I used to do commentary with all the time, but he's not been around recently. 30 laps to go then, and Jeffinault is still behind Giles. He's keeping everybody at bay at the moment. It's Corey looking for that move on the inside of Jeffinault, nearly making contact with him there, but slowing down just in the nick of time and staying down in P3 at the moment. Gunners then forming that racing snake then of 4 of them up there with Dark Deg just closely behind, and soon he'll probably be catching up with them if he can put his foot down just a little bit. Jeffinault, Corey, Giles, everybody having a battle then up ahead at the moment. Jeffinault P2 then with, he's got Corey trying to send it down the inside of him. Also Gunners trying to hang it out on the outside. Who will come out ahead of this one then? Gunners with the inside line through there, but it is Corey with the better edge on him. It is Gunners who goes round. He got all my words wrong, but it is the safety car who comes out. After Gunners goes round and Julku continues on past him. James Stewart, everybody flying past Gunners as he goes round, and the safety car comes out because of that one just there. That's 6 out of 35. We've got intel, then obviously it's going to be dry throughout the whole race then here today. And 19 drivers on the grid with us still on the 6th lap. And everybody going into the pit lane. Corey stays out, Dark stays out, Braun stays out. And so does, is that Julku? Yeah, it is Julku who stays out and overtaking everybody in the pit lane. He goes up to P4 because of that one, but obviously he will be on the older tyres come the start of this Grand Prix again. Going on to the 8th lap out of 35 then, and Corey still leading obviously because of the safety cars, because of the pit stops. He stayed out on the older mediums now, and a lot of drivers behind him are on the brand new tyres. So sorry everybody, my wheel had a meltdown. Ash Barker says, oh, that's what happened to him when he went off the track and everyone was going past him. That's why he is down at the, where is he at the moment? Ash Barker is in P10 at the moment. He did make up a few more positions after that after the safety car came in. Ladies and gentlemen, safety car in at the end of this lap then, as we get ready to go racing once again then here in Hungary, hopefully for the final time, and no more safety cars will occur. We haven't actually had a DNF in this Grand Prix just yet. 19 drivers still joining us, 19 that we started with. Let's get ready to go racing again then. The safety car goes off into the distance and goes into the pit lane. And Corey Clover, the man to lead them away once again then, as we get racing once again here in Hungary. And Corey to lead the pack away from Dark Deck. Braun all into turn one, then the Red Bull on the inside. Giles then trying to overtake his teammate. He's got Braun up ahead of him and Giles in P4 at the moment. Julku with a move on Mezinator. And Mezinator to the inside and gets the move done and does to P5. Julku and Jeffinaut. Julku to P6. Jeffinaut to P6, Julku down and losing. Is Corrigan back down the inside, and is Charles going to try and overtake him as well, who is just behind that one too. Can he try and get through? Bit of a move coming up on this one as well. Peninsula and Sanders, who are getting close. Sanders on the backside of Peninsula and pushing the Alpine as hard as he can on the 9th out of 35 lap here today in Hungary for the 6th round of the over 28s, and Charles is trying to push Ash Barker, who has now been overtaken by Rooster. Charles was to P10 and Rooster can't get through past him at the moment. Now Ash Barker is in hot pursuit of the guy ahead of him. He's got Julku who's trying to overtake now. Ash Barker's wheel had a bit of a moment. Now he's got to try and redeem himself and the wheel as well, as Ash has got Julku up ahead and he seems to have the better edge on him through most of these corners. Now can he try and make a move work in the next few moments time? James and Rouge having a battle going down into the first corner, but we should watch this one then. Ash Barker, who has got Schultz on his backside, is really defending very well there, and he managed to just keep him at bay. But Ash has also got Julku, who's got to try and get through up and ahead as well. And now Ash pushing on Julku, who is just up and ahead. And can he get the overtake done? Now on the 10th lap out of 35. There is 25 laps of this Grand Prix left. Oh, nearly trying down the inside there. Ash Barker, I wasn't even thinking he'd try there. And just about went through, but then had to back out just a bit. And behind as well, Sanders and Gazelle Roki having a battle. But it is Gunners who gets through as well. Gunners slips through out of nowhere. F1 Kieran looking for the move on him as well. He sees the move down the inside, but he try and take it. Yes, he will. Can he hold it though? On the Williams, no he can't. The Williams with a better edge through there and stays ahead for now. The RS is enabled once again, and Jobs is gaining on the Haas. Dark Deck in P3, P2 even, is now going to be in P3, because Dark goes down the inside and gets the overtake done and dusted as Corrigan up ahead as well. The Haas goes wide out of that corner. Corrigan trying to push on Braun. Now he's got the brilliant slipstream as Braun goes down the outside even of Dark Deg, and as them two are battling, through goes Corrigan then down the inside. He gets one of them. Can he get the other before the next corner? It is possible, but he can't do it just through there. And lap 11 out of 35, Corrigan has made up a position to P4. Ooh, close there. James Stewart and Julku very, very close to each other going through there just then. Now Corey's got to defend like his life depends on it going down into the first corner because Giles is right there on his tail and looking for that dive to the inside, and he gets it before the first corner and he is through to P1. Giles, who started on pole, is at the top of the board at the moment then as Dark and Corrigan having a battle as well. But Braun goes through to P4 out of nowhere. So does Jeffinor, and Dark drops down to P6 here in Hungary. Corrigan with a 3-second time penalty in this race then. Lap 12 out of 35. Gazelle and Gunners then, P14 and P15. These two having a lovely little battle at the moment, and also we see Kieran and the leg behind and the cat in P18, but it's Jeffinor and Braun, P4 and P5, having a lovely battle out there together at the moment, and hopefully we see an overtake pretty soon as we go around the final corner and now start the 13th lap out of 35 here in this race. And these laps are dropping like flies here today as Corrigan gaining on Corey. It is from far back, but he can't get through. Just up there, he got me a bit excited. I thought he might have seen the move. But Mezzanator looking for the move on Dark, and Ash Barker looking for the move on Mezzanator. Who will strike first? Who will get the move done? The first one here to do it today, we'll have to just see. Maybe could be Ash Barker, maybe could be Mezzanator, could be anybody here in Hungary then. At the back, Gunners into the pit lane now. It's the two Alfa Romeos that come in 9 and 10. And Ash has got Mezzanator right in front of him. Oh, a bit of a snap there from Ash. He loses a lot of time. That is going to bring Schultz up more into play. Whoa, going slowly there, going round is Mezzanator, P9 then, and dropping down the order here today on the 14th lap out of 35, and it is Ash Barker up to P6 in this race today. Jeff Inort is down on time. 3-second time penalty for him just there. And Ash is gaining on Dark very, very much then at the moment, right behind him. Dark goes into the pit lane. Ash goes up to P5. Next to overtake is Braun, but you got to remember he's got to try and keep Schultz at bay, but he's all right because he's got the DRS and it's helping him stay right ahead then of Schultz behind him at this moment in time. Gunner's fastest lap in today's Grand Prix, as we have 20 laps to go. Not really that long to go in today's race. It is going quite quick, and nearly halfway we are here today. Heading down into turn 1 then. Ash has got him behind him. He's got Braun down the inside there, and Ash Barker catches him lacking. That was a lovely move. And Ash up to P4 then with Braun P5. Now Schultz in P6 as well. But Ash is up in P4 and sitting pretty then at the moment. That is what you call a lovely overtake, and he executed that one brilliantly. Lap 17 out of 35, and as we watch Ash Barker head down the straight, he is 3.2 seconds between him and the guy who is ahead of him, and at the moment not doing a bad race, saying that he did drop down to the back earlier on. Ash is starting to make up for that mistake. Giles, the man leading, who did start on pole and still leading now. Lap 18 out of 35. And Giles leading the race from Jeff Finort. The gap's 1.7 between them. Corrigan in P3. Ash Barker P4. Behind that comes these two of James Stewart and Braun. Not really much going on between them, but there was a bit of an overtake I just saw going on behind, which I didn't quite catch. But it is Dark and the leg having a battle down into turn 1 now. Dark gaining on the McLaren to the inside, and that is lovely name. Gunners the 3-second time penalty at the same time as that. Giles the quick jolt to the left, and that's a lovely corner through there as well. He took that really good. But lap 18 out of 35, everybody. Now the 19th lap out of 35. No really driver changes have changed now. Now we do see one as Corey overtakes Julku to P9. He gets the overtake done and dusted and leaves him in the dust end to P9. And up ahead it is Mezzanator, the Cat, having a battle. Mezzanator up to P14 and the Cat down in P15. It is Gunners he carries on, and Sanders and Rooster both in the pit lane at the moment. Starting the 20 out of 35 then, there is 15 to go in this Grand Prix, and it is still Giles leading by 1.2. He is doing a lovely race so far, but these two having a battle. Ash Barker to the inside, number 28 then, overtaking the Aston Martin of H. Corrigan, and Ash Barker making the positions up and making it up to P3 all the way down from the back of the grid earlier on. This is a mega drive from Ash Barker 17. Down the main straight we go. 21 we start. James gaining on Braum. Could we see an overtake? Oh my god, he's getting closer there. But no overtake happens just yet. Is Peninsula and Corey Clover have a battle. And Corey overtakes him. I wouldn't really call it a battle because Corey gets the overtake done straight away. Mezzanator gets through past the leg down the straight as well. And into the pit lane is Gunners. Yellow flag's throwing about and somebody's round. This is not looking good then. It might be. Is it Ash? No, it's not Ash. It is Ash into the pit lane though. But carrying on is Corrigan taking P2 then. Schultz in P3 and overtaking Corrigan down into turn 1. It's Schultz now takes second place. Corrigan takes third position and settles for it for now, but he's trying to get through again. Not happening, mate, and stays down in P3. Out of the pit lane is Jeffenor. Mezzanator goes through. Ash Barker coming out of the pit lane. The leg goes through. Out of the pit lane, Braun. Sanders goes through. And then Peninsula in the pit lane. Into the pit lane, Giles goes. And Schultz will 100% be able to overtake him because of that. Schultz continues on to overtake Mr. Giles in the pit lane and take the lead of this Grand Prix here today with only 12 laps of the race to go. Giles on his way out of the pit lane and taking P7 for now as Jeffenor just gets past him and Mezzanator not close enough there as he's down in P8 and Giles splits up the AlphaTauri pairing. Going off wide there is Giles, who comes back onto the track, and P7 he is in at the moment. Ash Barker down in P9 after pitting and now going down the inside of Mezzanator, nearly getting 2 there. It is very, very close through there, but he gets Mezzanator, who gets a 3-second time penalty for that, and Mezzanator back up to P8, but Ash Barker is not letting go of this one just so easily. He's pushing and pushing on the backside of Mezzanator as he slips through past him there. Mezzanator down to P9, and Ash gets up to P8 then on the 23rd lap out of 35. Down the inside, sends it Ash Barker on, who is that? Is that Giles? Yes, it is Giles. Taking P5 then, Giles, who is trying to gain after dropping down, obviously after going into the pit lane, is now being overtaken by Ash Barker, who's making his life pretty hard at the moment, and up to P5. Ash Barker goes, he's got Giles now behind him at bay. Ash is on a roll today, on the new soft compound tyres. And Ash makes his way around the final few corners. And then around the final corner for Ash Barker 17. And up towards the start-finish straight. He starts lap 25 out of 35. 10 laps to go. And Ash is quickest. Everybody ahead of him goes into the pit lane. He takes P2 as Jeffenor is up and ahead of him. Just Jeffenor pitted in today's race. He's on a 2-stop at the moment, Jeffenor is, and he's on the 3-lap-old softs, the same as Ash Barker at the moment. 9 laps to go in today's Grand Prix, and Ash Barker is still second. He's got Giles at bay, 1.5 seconds behind him. And Jeff Finot is up ahead, up the road by 1.9 seconds. How long will the gap stay? 1.9 seconds. Will it go up? Will it go down? At the moment, it's gone up to 2 seconds. Rooster retires at the end. Will that be a safety car? We are near the end of the race, but it's still right. No, it's not. He retires in the pit lane. My bad. And that is it. Rooster out of the session. And that makes the first retiree of today's race then. Mazinator goes quickest out of everybody then on track. But at the moment, it is the 27th lap out of 35, everybody. We have had one retiree in today's race. And you know what? It's not been that bad with the cleanness today. It's actually been really clean. Yeah, it actually, I can't even speak. It has actually been really clean. And Kieran with a 3-second time penalty in this race towards the end of this Grand Prix. Jeff Finot still leading, but the gap is coming down like I mentioned, and it is now a second between Jeff Finot and Ash Barker, who is gaining up towards him. And could we see an Ash Barker overtake another one in today's Grand Prix? It would be quite nice to see. But the 28th lap out of 35, then and behind is Corey and Sanders having a battle. Corey on the inside, Sanders on the outside then in P8 at the moment, not managing to get through past him. Just there behind Mesinator and Julku having a battle. Mesinator P10, Julku P11 at the moment, and nothing coming out of it just there at the moment. And Jeff Finot still leading, but maybe not for long because the gap's now 0.4 of a second. And Ash Barker has caught up right behind him in this Grand Prix. This is what we've been waiting for then. All race long. Ash Barker and Jeff Finot, the battle for first position. The best man wins. Let's see which way this goes then. Gap is 0.4 of a second now, 0.3, and the gap keeps fluctuating in this race at the moment. But gaining behind is the man himself, Ash Barker, 17. And gaining on the backside of the Alpha Tower is Ash Barker, the Williams. This is where we see it then. Down the inside, Ash Barker takes it. And on the 29th lap out of 35, 6 to go, Ash Barker takes the lead of the Grand Prix then. Peninsula with a 3-second time penalty. But Ash is taking the lead, and he has worked the strategy brilliantly here today. He has executed everything perfectly down to the last detail, and it has all worked out for him because he is the man leading this Grand Prix here today. But it is not over yet. Gap is 0.4 between him and Jeff Finot, who will win out today then with 6 laps to go of this Grand Prix. As Ash Barker now leading, he will be the man to start the 30th lap out of 35, and we have 5 to go in this Grand Prix. Five laps remaining. And Ash Barker is the man leading, which makes me quite happy to say because he's really worked hard for this one today. And the gap between him and Jeff Nutt's now 1.1. And if Ash can keep this up, he will definitely be going ahead and winning the race because Jeff Nutt's also got a penalty. So Ash has got a bit of breathing space and he's able to breathe quite fine at the moment because he knows that Jeff Nutt's got the penalty behind him of 3 seconds. So already gap 1.2. Technically 4 seconds behind at the moment, which isn't good for Jeff and all. Corrigan with a 3-second time penalty then towards the end of this Grand Prix. And only a few laps to go here today. That 31 out of 35 and Peninsula goes into the pit lane then in today's Grand Prix. The cap with a 3-second time penalty as well. And ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 laps to go in today's Grand Prix. That has gone very quick and nearly at the end of it here today. And Ash Barker leading by 2.3 seconds. And obviously Jeff Nutt with the 3-second time penalty. Ash has got a lot of breathing space. He's not really too worried then. As these two have in a battle, it is Braun and Schultz battling into turn 1. Corey Corrigan, 6 and 7 at the moment. It is Mezzanator and James Stewart, P8 and 9, having a battle as well. All at the same time then, here at the moment. Corrigan trying to go around the outside of Corey Clover. Corey Clover gets hit and goes round again. Giles then with a 3-second time penalty. But it is Corey into the barriers and a safety car at the end of this Grand Prix. That will come in at the end of this lap. Because safety car coming out 3 laps before. You don't really see that very much. Lap 33 out of 25. The safety car is out, and it will be going in probably at the end of this lap if they don't get racing soon, or maybe the one after that, and it'll give us 2 laps of racing. Maybe 1 lap of racing, actually, when we get racing properly, if I think about it. We just have to see how it works out for us here today. I told you, safety car in at the end of this lap. That'll allow us for 2 laps of racing. It is all over the shop then to get racing again at the end of this Grand Prix. It really is. Everybody's scattered anywhere around the track as we get racing for the final time here in today's race. And it definitely is the final time here today because we only have 2 laps of racing to go. We have lost Rooster in today's race. The P19 driver at the back. 18 drivers still joining us as we go on to the 34 lap out of 35 pretty soon. As we get racing again here in Hungary. And Corrigan even is trying to gain on Giles now, and all of this battling behind is going to help Ash Barker try and pull ahead as quickly as possible, and he already is doing so. Then it's Corrigan and Giles having the battle that they've been wanting all race long. At the moment, Dark Day with a 3-second penalty at the start of this Grand Prix once again as we get restarted here today. Everybody that is with the pack are all closely racing and battling. This is what we want to see then towards the end of this Grand Prix. Corey with a 3-second time penalty here today towards the end of the Grand Prix. There's a few penalties out there on the board today, but there's not an incredibly much amount. But lap 34 out of 35. It's the penultimate lap of today's racing. Kieran is out. He is right into the barriers. Big smash there. We can see if we can see that from the cat's camera angle as he goes up into the wall there. Is he in the wall? He's actually disappeared now. And we cannot see it. Big battles going on here. What is going on up here? Everybody overtaking everybody, and Dark goes around the outside of about 2 people there, and up to P10 he goes. Sanders and Braun having a battle as well. It is Sanders ahead in a P8, then Braun P9, and side by side down the straight as we go on to the final lap of today's race then here in Hungary, and it is Braun and Sanders. Braun on the outside, Sanders on the inside. He's got the edge on him. It is Sanders to P8 then. It is Jeff and Orton Giles P4 and P5, P4 and P3. And Jeff and Orton P3 on the final lap of today's race. 1.3 seconds between Ash Barker and Corrigan. And all of them behind have got penalties, so Ash is sitting pretty then up ahead at the moment with Charles in P6 and James in P7, Sanders P8, Braun P9, Dark 10, Gunners 11, Corey 12, Julku 13, Gazelle 14, The Cat and the Leg 15 and 16, and Peninsula down in P17 in this Grand Prix as we head towards the end of this race. Somebody's gone round. Who is that? It is somebody. It's Julku James Stewart into the barriers then at the end of this Grand Prix. As we now cut to the man himself, Ash Barker, pretty soon. A bit of a battle going on to the end, though. It is Gunners and Braun. Still battles going on. Somebody going round again. It's Mezzanator who gets hit then. Big crashes going into there. But as we cut to Mr. Ash Barker, who heads around the final corner here in Hungary. Ash Barker, 17, who dropped down to the back at the start of the race. Takes the race win then here in Hungary for round 6. It is Schultz in second. Jeffy North third then. Giles 4. Corrigan 5, Braun 6, it is Julku 7, Dark 8, Sanders 9, it is Gunners 10, Mezzanator 11, Corey Clover in 13 with Gazelle Roadkill 12, the Cat will take 14 soon, then the Leg, then Peninsula. Just now Peninsula to cross the line, and that is the end of it all today, everybody. Over the line, Peninsula goes. And that'll round off today's Grand Prix, everybody, for this Friday night. As you now have your podium celebrations. Right, everybody, finish results then for the Hungarian Grand Prix for round 6 of the over 28s. It's Ash Barker who come from the back to first then here today in the Williams car, to Charles in second and Jeffinaut in third. It is Jaws 4, Corrigan 5, Braun 6, Julkut 7, Darkdagger 8, Sanders 9 even, and Gunners to take P10 in today's race. Thank you everybody for joining me in this lovely Friday night of racing for the over 28s, and I will see you all. For people that are watching the Jack Rusty Comms channel, it will be Sunday, or for the over 28s, obviously back again on Friday. So I'll see you all then. Thank you for joining me, and good night.